Hey, Ron here. Well, here we are at the beginning of a brand new year, and I thought it would probably be a good time to let's get back to the basics and create a plan for you to do next year and make sure you're doing the right things and not just things. We catch too many people just doing the wrong stuff, which accomplishes nothing except take up time. And it's an easy habit to get into, and it's a habit that goes all across any business, and in fact even in personal life. So I want to focus on the 5 steps to your success. You may have seen this before. If you have, let's take a look at it again, because when you get off track and you get away from these steps, we get into that minutia trap where we're just wasting time and not getting anything accomplished. Step 1 in real estate or any other business, regardless of what the product or the service is locate prospects. Step 1 is to always locate prospects. Too many people spend so much time doing everything but that, never giving any thought to the fact that without the prospects, everything else I do is irrelevant because I got nobody to sell my product or service to. So locating prospects, fortunately for you, is easy today because of the systems and technology that we've put in place. In my business, still doing several houses a month, pretty much in a comatose state because I do almost nothing. I locate prospects only a couple of ways. Number 1, our VAs call ads that are published online. So the ads are free, so the VAs just call the FISBO ads and fill out a property information sheet, and then we take it from there and call the sellers when applicable when they say yes to terms. Every once in a while we'll mail yellow letters. I don't mail yellow letters very often because honestly we don't need to. We can generate enough leads from VAs calling ads and from other things we do, such as run ads online, which are free, and referrals, and I have a sign on my truck out front, whatever else we use. Honestly, if you just have your VAs call ads for you and run ads, it's probably going to keep you busy. If you mail yellow letters, you're going to get all the ads you want. And then there's also the leads that you get in your inbox. If you're a Gold Club member, you get inbox. You should be getting leads in your inbox. And if you're not getting them incidentally, you have to go activate it. Go on your membership site, look over to the left, and it'll say FISBO leads. You have to turn that on before you're going to start getting that daily flow of leads. So we call these inbox leads. Between all of that, look at what little you have to do here in order to get the leads flowing. But look how critical it is, because without this step, nothing happens. And you got to have a constant flow of leads coming across your desk. If your VAs take care of this for you, you just got to hire one. If you haven't hired one right now, call our office or go to ronlegrand.com and plug it in. And for $297, you get a whole bunch of goodies plus 5 hours of VA service, and this problem's solved. Yellow letters, yellowletterlady.com. Talk to Christy King. Running ads, our VAs do that for you. Inbox leads, our VAs call them for you. So step 1 has become very, very easy today. Generating leads is not a big problem. Let me find my eraser here. There was a time, my friends, when I was paying $5,000 a month just to get sellers to call me. Not anymore. Today it costs you very, very little. In fact, your biggest expense is just going to be your VA calling the leads, not getting the leads. Okay? Step 2 is locate prospects 1. Pre-screen prospects is step 2. Well, that's easier than it's ever been because of the script that I wrote, that all you have to do is read them. You can find them on your Gold Club site. There's a script for when they say yes to I'll sell for what I owe. There's a script for when they say yes to a lease option. And there's a script for when they say yes to I would take equity on my payments, my equity monthly installments. If you just pick up those scripts and read them, and in fact, the seller is making you the offer, which is step 3 incidentally, is construct offers. Step 3 today is done by your sellers. Your VA has called the seller and they've either said yes or no to terms. When you get the property information sheet, you call the ones that say yes, read my scripts, the seller answers the questions and is literally constructing and presenting an offer to you. For example, may I assume you will sell with nothing down? What's the least you can take per month? What's the lowest price you can sell for? the seller's answering your questions. And now you have the offer constructed by the seller, so at that point, all you got to do is either accept it, or deny it, or counter it. That's that simple. The days of having to figure out what to offer are pretty much gone. All you got to do now is figure out if you can accept the seller's offer, and if not, tell him what you can accept. And then, of course, here's the fourth step, which is follow up. Follow up means got to get an agreement. Because without an agreement, we have nothing. That means we got to make the appointment with the seller after they've answered the questions to our liking. Go visit the house, take an agreement with you. There's only two of those. There's either one that says I will lease it with an option to buy, or another one that says I'll purchase it. I'll purchase it for owner financing, or I'll take over the debt, or even cash perhaps, all the same agreement, just one piece of paper front and back. But you got to get out and get that thing signed and finalize the terms with the seller, and once you've done that, your follow-up step is over. So that's a visit to the house. You will not be visiting very many houses. By the time you screen them and you make the call, and then screen them some more and weed out the ones that are not going to do terms to your liking, you're only going to make 2 or 3 visits to a house per month. That's all it requires. Your follow-up is done, and sometimes you get the contract signed right there. Sometimes you'll have to leave it and get it a day or 2 or 3 later. And sometimes you will leave it and then they'll change their mind. That's just the nature of the beast. So you've done everything you can do, and now let's get down to the last step, which is close quickly. Close quickly means get it to a conclusion. And actually, this could mean a couple of things. Some deals, I want to go ahead and close myself. There's no tenant buyer in the loop yet. I haven't found out who's going to go in the house, but the deal's good enough, or I don't care and I'm not concerned about it. For example, if I got somebody wants to just give me the house for what's owed on it, and it's got a house in good shape, it's got a decent payment, I'm going to go ahead and close it. I'm not going to sit around and wait for the buyer. I'm going to close it. I'm going to take title to it. I'm going to own it. And I got all the time in the world to find the buyer. Sometimes if I want a lease option from the seller, and the payment is sweet, and they're giving me a little equity, and the house is gorgeous, I'm going to close the lease purchase agreement. I'm going to get out to the house, get the lease option agreement signed, and commit to start making a payment 2 or 3 months from now. I'm not going to sit around and wait to find a buyer. So close quickly in that case means get it closed. I mean, like, get it in front of an attorney and get it closed and become the owner or the optionee quickly and take control of the deal. Sometimes I don't want to do that because the seller wants too much down, or the seller wants top retail price and I don't really want to buy it and pay closing costs, or for whatever reason, sometimes I set the deal up so that I find my buyer first, then I close it with seller's full knowledge. There are many deals where I will not close them because I will not write a check big enough, or don't want to close it until I know that the buyer's out there. If that's the case, close quickly means get it under contract, then go find the buyer, and then close it. Either way, we want to get this as fast as we can because this is going to get us to where the money is. So those are the 5 steps to buying houses, and they haven't changed since I started in 1982. They're never going to change. They apply to every kind of business. And if you put those 5 steps in front of you, use them as a model, because if you're not careful, pretty soon you'll get off track and start doing stupid stuff. Stay working on the 5 steps. Get them done as quickly as you can, and get as much done as you can by other people. Our VAs, our outsourcing companies have made this so much easier. You know, back in the day I used to have to work to buy and sell houses. The work is pretty much gone in it now, unless you insist on working. I do almost nothing. Everything I do is delegated. I make decisions. I make the decision on what seller I will accept and what buyer I will accept. Everything else is done by other people. I promise you, you can do the same thing if you set your mind to it. Come get a little training. Make this the best year ever. Hope that helps. See you soon.